14th, 2026. And happy Tuesday, everybody. We've got a special edition Gov Talk. Benny Pulley in studio with Sylvia Pinson. Benny, take it away.
All right, this is Benny Pulley on behalf of Hopkins Farm Broadcasting here with Sylvia Pinson, our District 7 Commissioner. And we're going to ask her a few questions to sort of start off with. And then the last half of the show, we'll probably talk about tourism and some other stuff that we got going on. First of all, what inspired you to run for Commissioner? And tell us a little bit about your background.
Well, it's a legacy.
Yeah, okay.
It's a family legacy. In 1954, my mother ran for the Bedford County Trustee office.
Wow.
I was 8 years old, now that people know how old I am. 8 years old, and she ran against 6 men.
Wow.
And women coming into politics at that time was quite unheard of.
Yes.
Her mother didn't sign her petition, or her father. So during her campaign, a lot of her opponents would use that statement against her. Well, your husband, why are you running?
Yeah.
But Mother was just very, very interesting. We lived on a farm in Wheel.
Okay.
She'd milk cows in the morning and the afternoon, but during the day, my brother was 12, and he would drive the car, and she walked from house to house. And so she won her first term.
Wow.
So, and then the second term, she won. At that time, it was 2-year terms.
Okay.
Thank goodness it's only 4, now it's 4 years.
Yeah.
But her third term, she was not successful.
Okay.
But she stayed a very, very advocate for our community, and from those roots, I didn't realize that I would be just like her and promote a community, and so that was my roots. Now, in 1964, once I graduated from high school, I started my journey, and from there went to Martin College, and then from there to University of Tennessee. Once I graduated from there, I was fortunate to travel to Savannah, Georgia, to Armstrong State College and teach physical education.
Cool.
I married a military man. He was sent to Vietnam. I stayed there. The ceasefire came. We left there and went to Fort Rucker, Alabama. Now, one day I was a professional teacher, and then I became a military wife. But I didn't let that slow me down. I worked in the community. I worked on the base just to have something to do. Mm-hmm. From there, we were transferred to Florissant, Missouri. So at that point, I applied for a job, and I was successful. And at that time, the city was pretty big, city outside of St. Louis. And the mayor had been a long-term mayor. And I learned a lot at that time working for him. Mm-hmm. Now, I was a Southern Belle, and he chose me to run. And the Florissant Civic Center was as big as our recreation center, but it was different. It had 650-seat theater. It had 2 big gyms, and if you remember in those days, the Fink brothers fought in that. So I would have furs going in and boxers in another part of the building.
Yeah. And
it had a swimming pool, and then it had downstairs an outdoor ice rink. Now, what did this Southern Belle know anything about it? Not a doggone thing. But I had good employees, and so after that, we separated our lives, and then I married a guy from St. Louis area. So we were transferred to Bartlett, Tennessee. And then I became a mother of 2 boys, and they are now 48 and 46. One lives in Jackson, Tennessee, one in Nashville.
Wow. So
from there, we were there, and I was... The boys were in their early 5 and 3. So the Parks and Rec Department at that time was looking to take an old Shelby County school and make a recreation center out of it. So I just kind of went by one day and visited the Parks and Rec director. Mm-hmm. Thought I would just see how things were, and because I really wanted to apply for the job.
Right.
So I was able to score that job, And when I went to work for him, it was an old school. He handed me a whole bunch of keys and said, tonight you have cheerleader tryout. And I love it when somebody, and I'm one, tell me what you need. I have the creative mind, and just come back and I'll make you proud.
Right.
So I spent there, and then the family moved to Oklahoma. And from there, we moved back to Jackson, Tennessee. So from Jackson, Tennessee, 18 and a half years there in the Parks and Rec. I was a senior citizen programmer, became a superintendent of recreation there. And then I applied for the job in Shelbyville, Tennessee, and I was able to score it, came home.
That's good.
And a lot of people in Jackson would say, well, how do you think you're going to do in your own hometown? I kind of laughed and said, well, they knew me as a basketball player, but they don't know what I can do professionally.
Yeah,
so that's kind of my journey.
Yeah.
Retired from Shelbyville in 2014, and it was Mayor Graham, and I would meet each other. He was with EMA and ambulance service, and he and I would strategize about what we thought Shelbyville or Bedford County would look like.
Yeah.
So it was he that said, well, you either need to run for a commissioner or you need either run for the school board. So I chose the commissioner route because of my 4 municipalities I had served in my professional career.
Well, that's cool. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but didn't you play for the Eaglettes?
I did in 1964. And every day of my life, I still play that game.
Yeah. That was that final.
It was
state championship.
State champion. We started the first one. Yes.
Yeah, that is great.
And it's good. Yeah. So, but with a story about to mother.
Yeah.
So, it was back in those days that you could take 15 minutes, talk about like we're doing this morning. Mm-hmm. But she was kind of unique. She had the radio station, WLIJ, to play this hymn, "Oh Lord, Remember Me." She was she was a pianist, and she taught a lot of people how to sing.
Cool.
So she was kind of, if you see me and my personality, I am her.
Okay. Cool.
So,
yeah.
Thanks.
Well, that's great. Now, when you're running for an office like this, I know, as I say, we get politically bashed a lot, and I know that's going on a lot now, but with the election. But you know, I've known you for a long time, and you're a real trooper.
Thank you.
And you hold true to what you say, and it's just. I wish they would stop it, but there's nothing we can do to stop the kind of stuff they do. But
there are 3 things I do when I sit down in a commission meeting.
Right.
First, I have a scripture, Proverbs 22.
Yeah.
Second thing, I am.
You talking about the name?
The name.
Yeah.
A good name's ready to be chosen. Great riches, love and favor.
That was on my real estate card.
And another thing that runs in my mind, it was advice to me when I was elected, whatever you say public, make sure you can wear for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And I hold to that. Yeah. I tried to say the best things that I can, and not, wallow in it.
Yeah.
And then the last, on the heated decisions, I'm doing the count, what the vote of the count is. Because during the debates, you got to keep up with it, or you can get lost in who and what. And so those are my 3.
People don't realize when you're in the office like that, you have to weigh out all the different points, all the different views.
Exactly.
So you can put a good program together to make sure you're doing the right thing for the community.
See, District 7 is so different, kind of unique, different from the other 9 districts. Yeah. District 7, like 6, 7, 8, 9, is within the corporate city limits of Shelbyville. Yeah. So basically, citizens that live in 7 or in those districts, we have city taxes and county taxes.
Right.
There are 3 people in the political world governing your lives. 2 for the county commission, 1 for the city council seat. Right. So if there's something that's city-related, people call me. I usually call Betsy Noel and say, here's the lady call, here's the number, please call her.
Yeah.
Now, when it becomes county and it's related to county, I will take that phone call and do the best of my ability to give them a straight answer and why.
Yeah.
Because we have committees. When you become a county commissioner, you're placed on a committee. Mm-hmm. And committees is where you work out and decide what should go to the commission for a final vote.
Right.
And so for the last couple, I'm running for re-election. I've always served on the public service area commission. So, and we deal with the jails, the sheriff's report, the EMA report, the probation, the animal control, the juvenile center.
I know you do a lot with the different boards.
Yes, yeah. But I'm a type of person that I am in throughout the whole county.
Yeah.
So I'm usually involved in practically everything because I'm interested in it.
Right. Yeah, you like me. I go to all the community events.
Right.
And you're interested in your town. Yeah, you're interested in your town, your community.
I am committed to the county, and I am committed to where we live.
Yeah.
And also I'm committed in bringing people into our town because we have a valuable area here that people seek after.
Yeah, and we'll talk about that in the next few minutes. But mainly today, I just wanted to sort of see. I know you have a lot of love for the community. So what's your ideas as if you get reelected? What you have planned coming forward? Is there anything that's on the thing that y'all working on?
The biggest thing, growth is here.
Yeah. Oh, ain't no doubt about that.
And then when growth comes in, you're dealing with other services that needs help
your infrastructure.
To provide infrastructure.
Yeah.
And also, no one wants taxes raised. No. I don't want taxes. But let me tell you, we have to be sharp in what we have and try to make all the departments, because the sheriff department for the last 3 or 4 budget has asked for 4 officers. Now, what does it take to suit up an officer? The salary, the benefits, the guns, the training, the car. They're valuable.
Yeah.
And that's true in fire protection.
Yeah.
And that's true through across the whole department, even animal control.
Yeah, but I noticed, a lot of towns do it, but these are the ones I think need to get paid first for sure.
Correct.
Because all your law enforcement and fire guys.
You bet.
Yeah, they're top of the thing. Teachers. Because without the teachers, we wouldn't have.
Right.
We ain't got the students. We're just those 3 groups really are part of the major way growth happens. Without them, we can't grow.
Correct.
When
I was a Parks and Rec director, when I'd speak about government and Parks and Rec, I kind of summarized it like this. You can bake a cake. You can have a layer of law enforcement, fire, general.
Yeah.
People can eat that.
Yeah.
But if you lay some quality of life, like Parks and Rec services and things through that, 2 things are going to happen. Either the flies will come or people will eat that because it brings that beauty, that life, values that people want.
Yeah, and that's the key. Brandon. I told him there's too many Brandons and too many Bradens. I can't get them. Braden, thank you. If you'll take us to break.
Visit Kincaid Service Company today to experience the superior comfort of a Serta mattress. Serta has pioneered sleep innovation for more than 90 years, bringing quality products to more than 150 countries worldwide. Serta Comfort is validated by consumers with thousands of 5-star reviews and are designed and assembled in the U.S. at one of Serta's state-of-the-art facilities. Serta's award-winning mattress collections are created by providing superior comfort along with overall support and breathability. Get Serta Comfort by visiting Kincaid Service Company in Shelbyville. Online at KincaidService.com. You know, your eyes are a precious thing. You've got to take care of them. Looking for clear vision and hometown care you can trust? See the difference at Dr. Dale Hasty Family Eye Care, 605 North Main Street in Shelbyville, across from the U.S. Post Office. From comprehensive eye exams to helping you find that perfect pair of glasses, Dr. Hasty and his friendly team are focused on your family's vision and comfort every step of the way. Noticing changes in your eyesight? Time for that yearly checkup? Let's take care of it. 931-684-2020. Dr. Dale Hasty Family Eye Care, because your eyes are a precious thing.
Kick off your boots and stay a while. We're 98.7 AM 1580 WLIJ, Shelbyville, Tennessee. Now that's country.
This is Benny Pulley with Hopkins Farm Broadcasting with District 7 Commissioner Sylvia Pinson. And we've been discussing a little bit about her political and why she's seeking office and all. But right now we're going to sort of step off of that, and we're going to get back to, I'm helping you on the board of tourism, and we're going to try to, make sure we develop a tourism that will help our community and bring tax dollars. People don't realize the amount of money that tourism will bring to our county and our city and take the burden off the property tax owner.
Correct. I brought some stats on that.
Okay.
This is 24 stats.
Okay.
Okay, so we rank 49th concerning tourism out of 95 counties.
Okay.
And the savings per household for that time was $154 per household.
Okay.
So now let's talk about where we land or where we are.
Right.
I-65, I-24.
Yeah.
People come to Nashville. They're going to come to. We're on the trail, the Whiskey Trail. They're going to pass right through us.
Yeah.
I spent 5.5 years being a tour guide for Nearest Green, and I can honestly tell you the experience that I had in talking with people. They love the rolling hills.
Oh, yeah.
They love the beauty of the Tennessee.
Yeah.
But most of all, they love our area.
Yeah.
Because it's neat and it's beauty, and I'm always saying you need to come back.
Oh, yeah.
And let us show you the other parts of
and a lot of people don't realize, I've been to a lot of places myself, but Shelbyville has a welcoming feel. A lot of people will speak to you on the road there as you're walking down the sidewalk. They'll say hi, and that's something you don't get a lot of places. It's that Southern hospitality.
That is Southern hospitality.
Exactly.
So recently, with the Chamber of Commerce, they've done some reorganization. So this time they've put in 4 committees. One being tourism, one being economic development, one being workforce development, and then community connection of the chamber.
Right.
So we are serving on at the tourism committee. Now, we have a brand, and it's called the Walking Horse Country brand.
Okay.
Now, why did the state of Tennessee choose that? I want to give you some statistics here.
Okay.
This is coming from the Tennessee Walking Horse main office in Lewisburg.
Okay.
In 25, Tennessee Walking Horse by numbers.
Okay.
In 1935, the Breeders' Association registered 547,148 horses. Today, there's 220,732 registered walking horse alive today.
Right.
Now, Tennessee Walking Horse is responsible for 20,000 jobs.
Wow.
With an economic impact nationwide of $3.2 billion.
That's with a B, right?
That's with a B. That is true. So, Tennessee Walking Horses are in 50 states and 27 countries.
Wow.
Foreign countries.
Yeah.
People come in, buy the horses, ship them by plane, and go to other countries.
Yeah.
So, the state of Tennessee gave us a new tourism brand called Walking Horse Country .com.
Wow.
So if you go and open that up, that opens up what we have in Bedford County.
Yeah.
And from that, we have South Central Tourism. We have working with them. They are the regional coming from the state, and they do all the metrics and all the measuring and the stats that I gave you.
Right.
They are keeping up with the restaurant visits and et cetera, and the hotels and et cetera.
Right.
So the committee here, we are the local community connector.
Mm-hmm.
So we will be driving. We need to educate our community to be the best ambassador in inviting all the visitors as they come through. And when I was tour bus, I have a tour company. I'd step on the bus, and being in St. Louis, I'd talk about we want everyone to spend their egg money.
Yeah.
And they'd go, egg money? And I would explain,
Right.
living on a farm, we would bring our eggs to town, sell it to buy things with.
Right, yeah.
So we want them to spend a lot of their egg money, especially in our businesses, but we also want our businesses in town to be that hospitality and welcome them and help them.
And I know, Shelbyville supports a lot of their businesses. I moved my business out of Nashville here, and I know we got quite a bit of business from Shelbyville, but I got a lot of out-of-state business, which brought revenue in here, and when they were here, they would eat.
Exactly.
They'd go to our restaurants, and that's what you want to do. You want to bring them in, let them spend their dollars, and then they'll usually go back home, and you got that revenue.
We have the revenues, and it's used for local, tax bases and et cetera. Because we are building schools. Infrastructure is poor. I will say that from day one. But we have 35 square miles of roads. A man asked me that yesterday or a couple of days ago. Well, our road needs... Mark Clanton has all the roads on a 20-year plan.
Right.
And you can't, with the cost of blacktop, is phenomenal.
Gravel, asphalt,
the gravel is just
ridiculous.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
So, yes, an emergency, he has to fix.
Right.
But if you're on that cycle, 20 years.
Yeah.
And that's sad to say, but at least he has a game plan to help. Now, he's out hot patching a lot.
Yeah.
But
especially like when we have them winter storms and all, it tears roads up quickly.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so Mark, being a city public works director, I being a Parks and Rec director, and our sheriff that's retiring was the city chief. So we all shifted to the county. So that's really good. So workforce. Let's talk a little bit about workforce.
Okay.
Workforce is another committee of the chamber, and that's being led by Linda Botch. She is a lady that's on the governor's council for that, but she lives here in Bedford County and also shows horses.
Cool.
And she's driving that committee. Now, the biggest committee population that we have that we are working intensely on is our inmates. So since 22, I have been totally involved in the MRT program and getting the inmates that are vetted into this program. We're putting them through workforce. And through our jail now, Bedford County is known as one of the innovative jails that has a lot of programs with gardens and things that keep the inmates. And then we're coming in with a regional pilot program that being sponsored. It's based on districts. So we're in District 17. So we're working on that, driving that workforce, getting them while they're incarcerated. There are apprenticeships, getting everyone, getting the inmate ready, as well as getting the local business to receive, because a lot of inmates cannot get a job when they first get out. Well, first of all, they're not trained. When you've been in the drug years for years and years, you're just living what you can.
Right.
So we are in the process with that, making them better as much as we can so that they can come into the workforce. Because they do need to work.
Oh, yeah.
We want to get them off our county roll and
Right.
put them paying in on the tax roll.
Yeah, because, it does take a lot of our tax dollars to support the jail.
Yes.
But if we
Yes.
can keep them from going back in,
A revolving door.
it's a win-win for us.
It is
as
a
taxpayer.
win-win.
Yeah.
Because our jail hosts like 400. We're feeding around 350 meals
Yeah.
3 times a day.
Yeah.
Each month, we hear that report in our committee.
Right.
And by having this garden, that last year it brought in 7,000 pounds of fresh produce.
Yeah.
So they bring it in, weigh it, and put a value of what it would cost the jail.
Right.
It's a cost saving on their budget. And then the inmates are getting a better nutrition meal.
Yeah. It makes sense.
So, and these ladies are learning quality of life skills.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just like the men, they have a seed to seedling tree replacement and a lot of programs like that. And we applied for a grant through opioid program, and we hope we get it. $500,000 just for a program for 3 consecutive years to enhance more programming at the jail for a better betterment of inmates.
Yeah, because a lot of times when somebody is incarcerated, a lot of people don't want to hire them
because they've got the
been in
record.
jail.
Yeah.
But if you're working with those businesses and all, and you're training them in a particular
Exactly.
field, then they can go right in and just like they've been out.
That is a big initiative across the United States.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that workforce, we need them.
Yeah. Yeah.
We need them.
There's
But
a lot of skilled guys in there. Yeah.
But what we're finding, a lot of them have been so tied up in the drug scene,
Yeah.
that when they come out, they're not prepared. And I like to say, because I've been working with them now since 22 with Lieutenant Cook, it's like walking out into a white canvas of life. Where do I start my life drawing?
Yeah.
Now think about,
Yeah.
you walk out, and
It's
where do I
blank.
go?
Yeah.
I need transportation. I need child care. I need to get my family back.
Right.
And I need rent.
Yeah.
But where do I go? Where do I go to find a job?
Right.
What skills do I have?
Right.
That's what we're trying to decrease, that barrier, so that they can come out and support their families.
Yeah. And that's a good initiative because it really will help the community in the long run.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And another program that I would like to see, and I've said it from day one since I've been back in Shelbyville, and this is true of all the states and all the cities I've been in, is trash.
Yeah.
People make trash.
Oh, yeah.
At the ballpark, I just couldn't believe we have all these garbage cans. Why can't they just put their trash in there? I'm having to pay people.
Yeah.
We're having to bring inmates out to pick up our interstates.
Yeah, I know. It's
Why?
ridiculous. Yeah.
Why is that?
Yeah.
Because I think it's biblical. We're supposed to take care of the land.
Yeah. I used to.
don't get that.
My parents, we'd go back and forth from Mississippi, Louisiana, Arkansas, and we lived in Nashville most of my life. And I'm going, they'd eat something and throw it out and say, "Why did you throw it out?" I said, "We can go drop it in the trash can," and it's just like people do it all the time, and you're going, "Why did you throw it out?" All you got to do is wait till you get the next stop and throw it in the trash can.
Exactly. And, we were never permitted to throw anything else. Oh, my gosh. My mother would,
She would wear you out.
Yeah, yes. I've got that halter on the back of my legs many times. But, you are who you are by your rearing.
Yeah.
And or raising.
That's
I
right.
reared my children. Okay,
Right,
that's
yeah.
the difference. I was raised.
Yeah, raised.
But, at an early age, we were part of the family making the life,
Yeah.
quality of life we were living.
Yeah.
And today's children don't have that. experience.
Because a lot of them are just brought up in the city. They don't have no farm experience.
Exactly.
And, and that's one thing I was proud of the Bedford County school system for installing, like being a chef, a culinary arts, and all the different things, programs they brought to the students that, because not everybody wants. My dad wanted me to be a doctor. I went almost 3 years of college to be a doctor. I did not want to be a doctor, but I was taking the schooling to do it. But it was like, let me do what I want to do,
Right. Well, my mother was, in 1910 she was born, but in 1920 with Depression, she was in college, but there was only one teacher per family.
Wow.
So she was left out, always strived. So the push that she had for her children was to get that education. And I appreciate her every day. And then it was my push to make sure the boys had their education.
Yeah.
So,
that's good.
And when you have support like that, and that's hard for children who are trying to break that cycle.
Right.
When parents are not there, or they got their own issues and trying to live, and if we just save one life one time, and get one man, one lady out of incarceration, working back to support the family. That's what we're all about.
And make everything go smoother. All right, so we're right at the last minute or two, so any final comments you'd like to make?
Well, first of all, I'd like to invite all the district voters to consider me.
Cool.
Vote yes. You can vote for two.
Right.
One for Keith Davis couldn't join us today, and two, there's three running, so I would appreciate their vote, because my core values is this: I'm a community connector, I have a servant leader heart, I'm extremely visionary, and most of all, I'm a hard worker.
I can testify to that.
Thank you. And I would appreciate their vote on August 6th, and early voting starts this Friday.
A lot of people like to go early vote. I like to. I usually go early vote. Might be the first week in it, but I usually get there sometime.
I know that a lot of the districts have new voters in town. So, and we have one precinct, and that's Aiken School. So I appreciate for coming in and let me share my story.
Well,
and
appreciate you coming in, and good luck in the election.
Thank you. Thank you. I would hope so. I am running for re-election.
That's cool. And then me and you will be talking shortly about tourism again.
Yes, sir.
So
that's my middle name.
People say, why are you getting in tourism? Well, my mother and dad brought me up in the motel restaurant business. So I have lots of years of experience in motel restaurants. So hopefully that'll be beneficial to us. Because that's one thing we need: more restaurants and more hotels.
Well, hotels. Now, the Chamber has run a hotel survey.
That's cool.
And the tourism does have 3 grants we're working in. So a lot. And a Bridge Bedford, when they came to the Chamber to help them with their 50-year plan, that's excitable.
Oh, it is.
That is a game changer for us, and that's to drive this forward. Tourism is another way to bring money into the community.
And it just like I said before, it takes the tax burden off the general public like us.
Exactly.
All right, till next time, we will see you, and I'll be back with you just in about 20 minutes.
Visit Kincaid Service Company today to experience the superior comfort of a Serta mattress. Serta has pioneered sleep innovation for more than 90 years, bringing quality products to more than 150 countries worldwide. Serta Comfort is validated by consumers with thousands of 5-star reviews and are designed and assembled in the U.S. at one of Serta's state-of-the-art facilities. Serta's award-winning mattress collections are created by providing superior comfort along with overall support and breathability. Get Serta Comfort by visiting Kincaid Service Company in Shelbyville. Online at kincaidservice.com. You know, your eyes are a precious thing. You've got to take care of them. Looking for clear vision and hometown care you can trust? See the difference at Dr. Dale Hasty Family Eye Care, 605 North Main Street in Shelbyville, across from the U.S. Post Office. From comprehensive eye exams to helping you find that perfect pair of glasses, Dr. Hasty and his friendly team are focused on your family's vision and comfort every step of the way. Noticing changes in your eyesight? Time for that yearly checkup? Let's take care of it. 931-684-2020. Dr. Dale Hasty Family Eye Care, because your eyes are a precious thing.